Chat, so what do you think about the earning reports of Zenless Zone Zero making $100 million, essentially? Did anyone expect that? Really? Zenless Zone Zero made 97 million, I believe? Let's see, hold on. What was the gacha revenue? Mobile, I believe this is only mobile charts. ZZ's fun to play, boring to watch. Definitely boring to watch. Yeah, 68 milli and 31 million. They made a lot of money, man. Yeah, but Honkai Star Genshin lost a lot. They lost a lot, but their net was still roughly around the same. Gacha Smack spoke about it. So they lost, but they overall netted about the same amount. The HOYO Shield simply moved from one HOYO game to another. Then Genshin, Honkai Star players spent money they would have spent in respective games. I never once, when I played Triple Z, said, wow, I really feel the urge to spend money. I feel like the game is just so easy with the starter characters. I will say what they're doing is very smart. What they're doing is very, very smart. They're trying to set it up so that way when Genshin Impact has a down patch, when Honkai Star could pick up the slack, and then ZZZ has a down patch, HSR picks up the slack, and vice versa. It's like just this big fucking, it's this big graph. Honkai Star Rail, HSR. Bro, look at this here. I'm pulling out the paint pad. Hold on. HSR, Genshin. It all funnels into each other so that way they can make as much money as possible. Triple Z is up. These are down. This might be down, but this is going to go up, and then this is going to go down. And then it just funnels into each other so that way they have a consistent money-making machine. Like, it's fucking genius. I really am surprised that it made that much money, though. Like, $97 million for this game. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's a lot of cash money. That's a lot of cash money. Actually, I had a video I wanted to react to about that. Is wrong. Zenless Zone Zero, 100 million revenue. Let's see. Let's watch this. Let's look at this together.
A little bit. Not because I like Zenless Zone Zero, but I'm just gonna cook him because this opinion.
This motherfucker's a HOYO shill. He is a HOYO shill. He doesn't like Zenless Zone Zero. Chat, watch this. He got early access to Honkai Star Rail. HOYO shill. I don't know what. I'm neutral. I'm neutral. No, you're not. You're a fucking shill. Anyways, let's watch.
It's inherently false. Because he failed to consider this one very important thing. Zenless Zone Zero made 100 million, but here's the problem. I'm not going to watch a full thing. I just watch a snippet of it. I just watch a snippet of it.
In the month of March. In the month of February, 90 million from Honkai.
Wait, here, let's, okay.
Star Rail, and then Genshin Star, all the value. Or is it underperforming? Say it drop in revenue. List.
I will say people were doom posting about Wuthering Waves doing not as good gacha revenue, but Wuwa being down for like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 million, I don't think is a big deal. I think people are absolutely overreacting to that. 1000%. Like, what is the revenue down by? It says Wuthering Waves went from 19 milli to 16.5 milli CN wide, and then from global 27 to 13. I don't think that is that big of a drop. Unfortunately, Wuwa is suffering the same thing most gacha games suffer when you're in a dry spell and there really isn't that much to do. And like, I love Chang Li, but Jinxie is just on a different level. And I think also the narrative of Chang Li being mid might have contributed to this a little bit. So I don't think that's a big deal. Sidebar. What do you think about the page? The page was out of service when Chang Li was released. About the page was out of service. That could have affected the sales for sure. That could have absolutely affected the sales in a major way. But even if that's the case, right? Even if with the 2-day downtime or whatever, I don't think it's a big deal. I think people are just doom posting to doom post. I think Wuthering Waves is in a very solid spot. Maybe one day they could reach Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail revenue or Zenless Zone Zero. But I think people have to understand, Hoyoverse is a fucking juggernaut. Hoyoverse is in the top 250 most profitable companies of all time. Just period. Just fucking period, right? So they have such like a massive loyal fan base that it's like, to compare the two, it's like, oh, well, it didn't make Genshin money. It didn't make Genshin money. It's like, well, it doesn't have to. It's still profitable. Tower of Fantasy is still going strong, and that game is fucking dead too. Almost. Epic 7 made $7 million. If I went to the Epic 7 Twitch category right now, right? Look at this. Hold on. If I go to Epic 7, let's see how many people are in here. There are 152 people watching Epic 7. Do you see this? And they made $7 million. They made $7 million. So I think like people need to take a step back, calm down, and yo, what the fuck? Yo. Bro, look at what N just sent me. This is what. Oh man, this is my fucking stream image. Wait a second. Chat, look at this. That's what it looks like when you click on my stream. That's kind of hot though, low key. I'd smash. But yeah, Epics haven't made 7 million. They have 150 people in their directory. You know what I mean? So I think it's a big deal. You know. Okay, so here, let's see what they say.
In the month of June, Honkai Star Rail made 9.
I only care about July. Let me care about July.
Strong.
Shut up,
Look
Pokke.
at what Genshin Impact and Honkai is able to bring in. Before ZZZ ever came out, they were doing better than these numbers combined. I'm looking at Hoyoverse as a company collectively with all of their IPs. When I look at these from a business standpoint, I'm asking myself, when they drop another IP, is that IP raising their overall revenue value, or is it underperforming?
Are you a hot?
I don't have ad blocker. I'm sorry, but to his point, I think it's a little. I think that's a fair point, but I think it's unfair to look at these specific numbers right now because we're in such a dry period for these games. Like, Star Rail has nothing fucking going on. Despite what people want to say, there's nothing going on. Jade did not sell $50 million. If anything, we're down 35 million to 21, 60 million from CN to 19. 60 million to 19 million is a big drop off. Bro, they're not hitting right now, and that's okay because there's dead patch periods. So I think what he's saying makes sense, but at the same time though, it's like they're really, especially Genshin's in a very dead period. Genshin's revenue's just low altogether. 38 million is pretty low for them. 29 million is pretty low, but then it went to 19 million, 18. There's really not much going on. So, you know, it kind of, it is what it is, but I get what he's saying. It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. But yeah, I get what he's saying, but like ZZZ definitely got a big boost from all these other games having a literally nothing going on, as well as the fact that low key, clearly a lot of CCs, including myself, didn't give a fuck about this game. Like, it's just kind of boring, but clearly that doesn't matter because people still loved it for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they spent almost $99 million on it, you know? But okay, let's see.
I'm asking myself, when they drop another IP, is that IP raising their overall revenue value, or is it underperforming? When you look at this, 162 million between Genshin Impact and Honkai last month with 3 days of freeze, if that's true, versus, guess what? Oh, same exact amount of money. We got 170 million, so it went up like 10 million. They didn't even outperform their 2 IPs before the brand new IP came out.
Yeah, that's because there's a massive drop off. Again, we look at the numbers, a genuine massive drop. 60 million to 19 million. That is a massive fucking drop off. I think I get what he's saying, and he's not wrong, but this data is not enough to sit there and make a concrete answer on this for sure. Also, loving Deep Space's Goda, by the way. But yo, what's going on? No Limit. How you feeling, brother? Welcome in. Saw how are you? I definitely feel like ZZ is catered towards more normie casual. Not gonna lie, easy enough to get through content to keep you with the option of being able to do harder stuff. Exactly. It is very normie, and I guess maybe that's why it made so much money. Also, Akko, by the way, appreciate the follow, brother. Welcome in, if I didn't say that. Yeah, it's what he's saying makes sense. I just think that there's not enough data to prove anything, you know? And again, Hoyoverse, HOYO is trying to create a fucking universe where if 2 games are having a dead patch, this other game's going to carry it. If 1 game's having a dead patch, the 2 other games are going to carry it. It's fucking genius marketing, and it worked in this situation. Where's my little wave streamer boy? I just can't get into ZZZ. It's not the best game in the world. It's not bad. I actually just dropped a Widowing Wave. Widowing Waves. I just dropped a Triple Z video of me doing their Shiyu tower defense. It's cool. Like, it's fun. It's fun. It's not the most impressive thing in the world or the most challenging content, but it was cool for what it was. Like, I think when you play the game and you understand and appreciate it for what it is, it's okay. But when you want more from these gacha games, that goes into a problem, which is a deeper conversation of the fact that gacha games really there should be no main gacha game. I love Widowing Waves. Widowing Waves is popping off my channel. Widowing Waves has nothing going on. It's going to be dead for probably another 2 months. We're going to get new characters in, 10 days? 15 days, maybe, right? 11 days, we're going to get a new character. And then after that, nothing's going to happen. We're going to play it. We'll put out a guide, and there's going to be nothing else new. And you're going to move back on with your life, you know? So, I mean, they compare 3 games versus Wuwa. These random guys are so delulu. I don't. They're not comparing it to Wuthering Waves. It's the weird fan base. Also, Quack, I love you. Thank you for the lurk. It's the weirdos who compare it to Wuthering Waves. It shouldn't be compared. They're two completely different games. My biggest flex is not playing Hawkeye Star Rail and ZZ still mentally stable. Listen, as you should. Should just log in. W and I know what to do. There's not much to do. There's not much to do. Again, this goes into a deeper thing, and we could discuss in a different video. But like, I feel like a lot of people, including myself, and I'm guilty of it because I'm a content creator. Look at people. Excuse me, because I just read what Garden said. Look at these games as MMOs, and they are not MMOs. They're meant to log in, do your dailies, spend your resin, and log off. And now it's nice because we have a wide variety of games to play and different things to do. But like when it was just Genshin, it was fucking miserable. It was absolutely miserable because there was nothing to do. That's why I started doing account recubs. It's like I want to stream Genshin, but there's nothing for me to stream, so I'm gonna go play on everyone else's account. You know? PGR also didn't do as well as Honkai Star Rail Genshin, so they never had that leg up. No, exactly. PGR is honestly kind of, you know, it's a very good game, but Koro Games does not have that same clout that Hoyoverse does, which is okay. 20 million to Koro Games and 20 million to Genshin Impact is very different. And even then, right now, Genshin made 18 milli. That's still very good. 16 million, very good. Very, very, very solid numbers. So I don't think like the Doom posting, I think, is over.
I think the point he's trying to make is basically Zenless Zone Zero is stealing money from Genshin Impact
It's
and
low-key
Honky
true.
Starbucks.
It's definitely true.
So with or without this Zenless Zone Zero, you know, it's basically the same thing. They would have made the same amount of money anyways.
Oh,
I think that's the
well.
point he's trying to make here.
So I'm
Yeah.
not saying they didn't do good. There's still not enough data because we're only going off of just
Yeah, he says
one
not enough
month.
data.
My question to you guys is, and I don't know the answer. Is this just the same exact audience of Hoyoverse and the Hoyo sphere transitioning over to their other games to play their other games and spend their money?
I'd be curious to know if it is the same audience. I think a big majority is 100% the same audience. But I do think a lot of it is just people playing the game. If we go to the Zenless Zone Zero category right now on Twitch, not the way I know that ass. Right now, there's 4K people watching Zenless Zone Zero. There's 4K viewers, but Fob has 1.7K in there right now. And so, I don't know if I really don't think that all of it is Hoyo fans. Like Genshin Impact is at 6.7K. Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail was dead the other day. It was like 100. Honkai's at 4K. I don't know. I think they probably might have gotten a pretty decent amount of people who are just kind of maybe I wouldn't say exclusively playing ZZZ, but I think there probably is a large amount of people. Not a massive majority, but there's probably a large amount of people that are playing ZZZ and then are going to dip their toes into the other gacha games. Genius marketing. Genius fucking marketing. Honestly, I know a lot of people that join Hoyo space because ZZZ. Exactly. Fob is playing, so yeah, Fob be doing whatever he wants to do. Because ZZ is for kids. ZZ is definitely for kids, for sure. Nothing can be Genshin, blah, blah, blah. I think a fuck ton of people went from Honkai Star to Genshin, but a lot of ZZ players are new. Yeah, I think a lot of ZZ players are new as well. I do believe.
And I'm going to cook Gacha Smack a little bit.
Okay.
Because he failed to consider this one very important thing. I'm going to neutrally cook Gacha Smack.
Neutrally is crazy. Neutrally is insane.
Filler patch exists, my man.
No, that's 100% true. We literally
You
just
think
went on a whole rant
every
about that.
single month we're going to get a Firefly?
No.
You think every single month we're going to get an Akron? You think every single month we're going to get a Netland? Then what? It's just that easy.
Yo, I love you, Coco. Have a good night. One of
So-
the games getting played and paid
Yep,
for
okay.
one of the whales.
Neutrally,
I'm kidding.
neutrally,
No, that's
neutrally.
valid, Cruiser. It's
Because
legit.
if that is the case, that means Hoyoverse failed to capture a new market. It's just the
I
same
love the
market
Pokke emote.
existing, right? Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, their numbers dropped because they just went over to play Zenless Zone Zero, and their maximum revenue didn't even get breached. They made 160 million.
The difference
I
right
think
now
it's a
is
little
basically,
reaching.
without Zenless Zone Zero, do you really think that Jade's banner is going to sell 90 million?
Yeah, no. I think I fucks with Gacha Smack heavily. I think that's a massive reach. Like, I know if you go on Twitter, and I can't say anything about these dreams, but if you go on Twitter, people are collectively skipping this banner. They're collectively skipping this Honkai. Everyone has made it perfectly abundantly clear they're skipping this Honkai Star Rail banner, and you will probably fucking see the number for Star Rail still be low or potentially go even lower. Like, they don't care about this particular banner or possibly even the next because of the dreams that are going on. It's like, listen, man, it's fucking, it's not all of them transferring over.
Like, let's just be real.
Yeah.
So basically, without Zenless Zone Zero, he's basically saying that it would have been the same amount of money. People are gonna drop 90 million on Jade.
Yeah, no, I love Jade.
You see where this argument will start to collapse?
I drop as much money as possible.
Million, 3 months. Then they made 170 or 180. They can't even outperform what they were doing before the new IP came out. So, did it really succeed? Is my question to you guys. I'm not saying that the shit. I'm asking you. I'm genuinely asking. Did it actually?
Bro, that is a massive success. That is an absolute massive success. The fucking drop off is ungodly. It is ungodly, and this is a dead patch. Imagine if ZZZ does well with a good patch. Are you fucking kidding me? That is a massive W. I get the point of view, but I don't agree with it. I understand it, but I don't agree with it. I wonder what Wuwa cost of operation. I think we'll hop into another minute. I wonder if it's definitely a healthy profit. They've said that they had the bar so low for Widowing Waves that they've absolutely exceeded and smashed all their expectations already.
Okay, wait.
Actually succeed? Or is it just the same people spending the same money?
I would say it actually succeed. It is the same people that would have otherwise not spent the money.
I agree.
Like they would have otherwise not spent it on Jade or like what's the other girls? Emily.
We should play Little Wayne. I didn't like the story's on Joe Lovu is the shit. I hate all of the characters. They're also boring and weird. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I'm in the same boat. I think it's kind of mid. They said the most important to this play is not the money. Yeah, I mean every company says that, but I think they're doing all right. You know, I think they're doing okay. That I don't believe that's corporate. That's corporate talk. Also, everyone go follow. Be the shit out of you. How you doing, Sam?
Right, like they would have not spent the money.
Check DMs. Okay, better.
People, different money.
I got you.
That's why Pokke is a HOYO creator, while Snack is not.
Okay, yo, mods, delete, editors, crop that part out. That's not very neutral. Editor, crop that part out. Okay, I'm good.
Here's the one pro I can say.
Oh yeah, not Emily patch. The Farina rerun and all the rerun patch.
To you guys, if Zenless Zone Zero increases how often Hoyoverse makes 150 million or more mobile version wise only, strictly speaking, that's a W. That's the worst case scenario, but it's still a W because what that means is Hoyoverse is now consistently always hitting 150 million because they just got their pre-existing consumers to spend money more often. Oh, you didn't spend in Honkai Star Rail this month because it's a dead patch? Well, you spent in Zenless.
Okay, now it's getting to the point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now it's getting to the point. That
I
first
like
1 minute, you can just throw it out the window. But now he's getting there, right? If Zenless Zone Zero can ensure that Hoyoverse is a company every single month, there's no such thing as a dead patch. I can't think about it. Netland.
Bro, it goes back to the graph I drew. Where is it? Right here. Bro, Genshin's down. They go to ZZZ. ZZZ's up. They go over here. Honkai Star Rail's down. Eventually they'll come here. Genshin is up. You go over here. ZZZ's down. You go over back to Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is up. We up. And then down. And it's just a cycle. It's a cycle to print fucking money. And he said at the beginning there's not enough data, and he's 100% right. But with time, I think the profit margins will obviously be higher than normal. And again, at the end of the day, Hoyoverse has such a loyal community. They will literally do and consume anything that they fucking play. Or make, I should say. So
I don't know what's going to come out. So, filler patch, one good patch. But now, if all three games have good patch after good patch after good patch after good patch, there will never be a downtime. Yeah. I would say that it perfectly aligns with their vision, where players will just dig through their wallets for every single game, because there will be. It's like having a Firefly in every universe. I love you in every universe. Dude,
what patch is Honkai Star Rail on right now? Is this 2.4? Honkai Star Rail right now is on 2.4, right? Let's just say that's an up period because, well, excuse me, it's a down period right now, right? We know confirmed it's a down period. They're going to go to 2.5. Let's say this is a little bit of an up period. Genshin, 4.8 is out. 4.8, 1000% is going to be down period. Nobody cares about Emily, although she's going to probably be really good. 5.0 is going to come out, and that is going to be an up period. And then you have these two at up. And then after that, you have Zenless Zone Zero, that right now is going into 1.1. which is going to be an up period because the characters probably will be dope. And then going into 1.2, maybe you might see a down period. So you have these two, but these are all going to be roughly around the same time, all ups, and then one down. And then eventually 5.1 for Genshin Impact. That's still going to be an up. 2.4 will go down. And it's just, again, it's a fucking never-ending cycle where they're going to fucking print money. And it's absolutely fucking genius. Actually insane. I think once they all reach to like that past that half midway point, there probably won't be as much as like the first of the patches, obviously. But like it's fucking ridiculous. They play 50 minutes as normally. Anyways, I appreciate you. It's just me, but the filler patches are akin of slice of life. People on Twitch seem to hate the genre. I think people on Twitch don't like the filler patches because there's nothing to do. But again, that boils down to maining a singular gacha game. And that is a deeper problem, more of a content creator problem as a consumer problem, because some content creators, including myself, I don't necessarily mind filler patches because that gives me time to kind of grind resources and just kind of chill. You know what I'm saying? And kind of relax and fucking plan shit out or whatever. But a lot of CCs don't like filler. Like if you only play Genshin, after like 4.3, it was kind of just there. I think like 4.7 had that one main story quest. But other than that, it's like what, you know. And some people fuck with that, right? I fuck with that. I think it's cool. But I get why people don't. You know? It's a negative. You don't get it, totally unnecessary. I complain quite a lot, but I try to be respectful about it when I talk about it. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, there's just the fucking weirdos on the internet. Bro, you look at my tweet I did at Nick Merckx, bro. Like, people on the internet don't want to argue with you to meet a or discuss anything to meet a common ground. People want to argue with you because they think they're right, and then they try to take your words, twist it, manipulate it, and then try to just turn it on you. It's just fucking weird. Or just make wild connections. Don't bother with these fucking weirdos. Who cares? Go fuck themselves, you know?
Spend money more often, which still is an increase in their net profits. Or not net, gross. I get net and gross confused all the goddamn time.
Same, bro.
Regardless,
same
if they on a bare minimum before
Yo, what up? What's up, brother? Welcome. And that's how I quit Twitter. That is so fucking valid. I swear to God, when the day comes on everything, you will never see me on social media again. The second I could afford to like pay someone to deal with all the social media stuff, you will never. I fucking hate social media, but that's a whole different topic. People will make up violence. Literally, no, true. I feel like most CCs who complain about not having enough either stream multiple times a week or do CCing full time. Not gonna lie, I think it's fair to complain about, let's say, something like Genshin, right? Like Genshin has probably grossed over maybe $1 billion, right? Let's just like a couple $100 million. I feel like that there should definitely be more to Genshin Impact. Waiting 4 years for Imaginary Theater is just fucking ass. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, this Imaginary Theater was dog shit. But I understand those complaints, but then I understand the people who are just happy and satisfied with it, because when you watch that Natlan trailer, they're teetering more towards a kid's game. I think Genshin Impact is their kid's game that's going to print fucking money. I think Star Rail is their strategy game where people, if they want to like just not nose like fucking foreheads through everything, they want to take their time and play it. And it has a more of like an adult tone to it. I think ZZ is going to be for the people who want a bunch of endgame. Because ZZZ has a ton of endgame. At least more than fucking Genshin off rip. So I think it's fair to complain about it. But I also like, it's like, again, that comes down to you have to play different video games. If you're just stuck playing one video game, you're going to be fucking miserable. You're going to be fucking miserable. Unless you can find a way to make it work. I mean, some people make it work. I don't know. But that's a different thing.
ZZ, they make...
I don't agree with you all the time. I think you're fake news. I think your mom loves me more than she loves you. I think your mom bought my Yap merch. I'm just saying.
I don't know, 70 million bare minimum and 200 million maximum. That's usually the number, the mid-max that they go in between.
Sorry, I love you, Shane.
But ZZZ takes their mid from 70 million to 150, and now they always make 150 to 200. That's a W, right? Because now they're always making 150 bare minimum, whereas before they were making 70 bare minimum. That is a W, but at the end of the day, I am looking at that as a filler game for when their other two games have dead patches. That's one variable. Yeah. However, this is, again, I would like to say this again, this is just the first month. What if in month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, you see Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail revenue numbers jump back up to the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100, and then you still see Zenless Zone Zero hitting 90 million or 80.
I don't think it's gonna stay 90 milli. I think that's a little ridiculous. I don't think it's gonna stay 90 milli. It'll probably have the same trend of dropping off after the first like 2 to 3 patches, and it'll start to go down a little bit, and then it might spike a little bit again. I don't think it's gonna hit a peak, but like in the midway, like maybe like 2.5 or 6 or whatever, it'll go up for sure. But like historically, these gacha games do their best in the first 2 to 3 patches, because that's where most of the fucking content comes out, right?
Or 70 million, because
Natlan trailer made me certain I'm never playing Genshin again. Listen, man, some people, I think if you take out, I mean, Hoyoverse is just in the fucking blender, bro. Hoyoverse is their own worst public enemy. Like, you can't blame anyone for their bad publicity. But if you take out like Natlan in itself and you just look at it again visually, beautiful, fucking sick fucking designs. That is not the land of the war, my brother. That is not the land of the war. That is Pokemon and a gacha version. Hoyoverse literally shooting itself in the foot with recent stuff. Hoyoverse, I don't, bro, I've been saying this for the past year and a half. I don't get how such a successful company literally makes the worst fucking marketing decisions and just the worst business decisions all time. But it will never change. It will never change. If I don't
Actually, if that happens, that'll be kind of crazy. It's like having a Acheron plus Miyabi plus what's
the Pyro Archon
that's coming on Netherlands.
some shit.
The Pyro Archon all at the same time.
I'm fucking
that'll be
genius.
kind of crazy.
any of those are
Bro.
very sizable numbers.
I
and
know, but
figures.
that'll be difficult.
If that month comes where you see Honkai and Genshin perform high like they normally do, and you see ZZZ still performing high, now we have the answer that ZZZ has absolutely crushed it. They've targeted a brand new market and captured a new audience, because now Hoyoverse is making more money than they've ever made before. You see, when I look at this, I look at it as, let's say a YouTuber averages 20 million views a month, right?
Okay.
And then the YouTuber
Crazy. Okay, check. This is not supposed to be a react video. Okay, I need to move on, because today's content.
No, he's kind of spitting though. He's kind of spitting, but I think ZZ captured more. I think a fair segment is lapsed players, but I do think ZZ captured a different audience, without a doubt.
Just calling my name. So come on, baby, let's